The Renault Scenic has always been the go-to choice if you wanted an MPV. After so many years now, MPVs are becoming a thing of the past, so Renault has decided to follow the trend, or should I say multiple trends, and turn this new generation Scenic into an SUV and an electric car. Renault also promises that this will have the same practicality as an MPV. Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, starting with the design of the new Scenic E-Tech, and it looks nothing like the old Scenic. This is because it adopts the much more modern new Renault design language. To start with, we get this body coloured grille which is made up of these small Renault logos, and this is flanked by a much bigger Renault logo in the middle. The headlights are very slim and house LED technology, and lower down on the side vents we get some sporty looking LED daytime running lights. The lower central air vent is a decent size and looks quite big, and it also houses some chrome elements too, which is quite nice. Moving around to the side, and we can easily see that this is a French car just by the design of the wheels. To me, it really feels like Renault has copied Peugeot's wheel designs, as in they don't follow the circular motion like the later Peugeot wheels. Now, I have nothing against these, as they do look quite modern and also unique, and I actually do hope other car brands can follow this trend. Along the side, we also get some matte black cladding for the lower sill and wheel arches, and we also get plenty of chrome too. We even get some flush door handles, which I do quite like. Moving around to the back, and we get a very sporty and edgy design to it. To start with, we get these sporty looking headlights which are unlike anything else I've seen on any other car apart from Renault. They suit this car well and they look very timeless. The boot is a bit plain though, but it does house the Renault logo and the Scenic badging. It also looks quite premium because the matte black plastic has been kept to a minimum, and we also get some chrome too. Overall then, a decent design on the outside. Let's have a look and see what battery and motor options you can have with the new Renault Scenic E-Tech. So, there is only one version available for the Renault Scenic E-Tech. This uses a single motor setup mounted on the front wheels to give this car front wheel drive. This has 217 brake horsepower and it can do 0 to 62 in 7.9 seconds. This is mounted to an 87 kWh battery pack, giving this car a decent 381 miles of range. The price of the new Renault Scenic E-Tech starts at £37,195, which isn't cheap, but compared to its rivals, it is round about the right price. Right, let's have a look at the interior. So, climbing inside, it is business as usual really. Now, if this design looks familiar to you, this is because the interior has been taken straight out of the Renault Megane E-Tech. This means you get a dual screen setup with a portrait infotainment system running the latest Android automotive software, which is very easy to use and works very well. Below this we get some climate control switches as well as wireless charger. In front of the driver we get a modern looking instrument cluster with very clear graphics and some cool animations too. Now, I do have a few things to question as to why Renault designed this car this way, and a few little issues that I'm going to talk about now. The first one are these stalks. So, like a normal car, you get the usual indicator and wiper stalks. That's all fine, but now it is starting to get a bit Renault-like, as you get a separate stalk for the radio system on the right side. Again, I'm okay with this, as Renault has had this for a very long time. What is new though is the gear selector. This is also placed on the right side, and it can get really confusing as to which stalk you are actually using. Really, it just feels like it could have been designed much better than what it has. The other issue I have is this centre console. Now, I know it is an electric car and it is using all of the space inside, but I do feel like the centre console is too low and too open for me. For me, I much prefer a higher centre console, and this design Renault has done, it does look a bit like cloth cutting, using less material. With the round over, we do get a nice steering wheel now, which I do quite like, and the front seats are also quite comfy too. Right, let's have a look and see what the rear seats are like. So, climbing into the back of the Scenic E-Tech, and you're welcomed with a decent amount of legroom and headroom. You also get a lot of premium materials on the door cards too, and you even get your own air vents as well as your own armrest, which has a lot of storage in there. You also get an electrochromic panoramic sunroof which can change how much light is let without a sunblind, which creates the extra headroom, which is very clever. I am really hoping we'll see this on some more mainstream cars soon too. You can also sit 3 people in the back easily, and there is a lot of room for people to put their feet in the middle because there is no hump in the floor. Right, let's have a look at the boot. So, opening the boot to the new Scenic E-Tech, and you are welcomed with 545 litres of space, which is quite good. But if you fold the seats down, this increases to 1,670 litres, which is even better. Sadly no, we don't get a front boot, but Renault has sorted you out, as under the boot floor there are sections to store items and even somewhere to put your charging cables, which is great. So in summary then, what do I think of the new Scenic E-Tech? Well, it is a very good looking car and it is also practical, and yes, this does mean it lives up to its MPV history. Quite well actually. The only disadvantage I have is the stalk situation as well as a centre console. If both of these were fixed, then I would highly recommend this car, but it's hardly the car's fault, as the centre console is a modern design trend at the moment and the Renault stalks are a whole Renault-wide thing. Anyway, it is a very good car and this should seriously be considered if you wanted something that looks cool and stands out. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.